Alright guys, I'm going to do a video for y'all on my new van. We still got some daylight here, so I'm going to try to get it done. It's a 2011 Ford E250. Basically, I'll tell you all the story if you watched the last video of why I'm in the van now. I'm going to go over some of the lettering with y'all. I have to get the lettering redone because this was my dad's van. It used to say Israel Plumbing, Water Jet Service, all kind of stuff on there. And me and my dad have two very different opinions on letter styles on vans. He likes to spread the whole freaking truck out and put letters everywhere. I mean, cover the thing in letters. I don't like that. I'm just the opposite. So he's got the phone number over here on the door. Then he's got this on there, which I am 24-hour service, but I'm not the kind of guy that likes to advertise it on my truck. I do advertise it in the phone book and all that, but to me, I don't need that on my truck, so I'm taking that off. To me, air conditioning and heating, on this side, it's not too bad, but I'll show you all the rest of it. The lady that did this for me did a really bad job. Air conditioning and heating is too small. And then my slogan there, Indoor Comfort Specialist, it's crooked. If you look at it from this way, it might be kind of hard. Well, actually, this side's not too bad, but if you look, you might be able to see that it's crooked. So my game plan is to get this enlarged, and they're going to redo this and drop it down a little bit. And then right here on this middle section, on that where where the bar is, I guess you'd call it, I'm going to put service, repair, installation, and then my phone number right here. I like to keep everything back here. That's just how I like to do it. And then back here, you can see again the phone numbers right there with the little 24-hour. You see Israel, look how tiny air conditioning and heating is. See when you step away? That's just too tiny. And this is crooked too. So I'm going to have her enlarge that, drop the phone number down here, take that off. Same thing over here. That Indoor Comfort Specialist is crooked. I know you ought to be able to see right there it's running uphill. So I'm going to have her enlarge air conditioning and heating, drop down Indoor Comfort Specialist. Same thing, service, repair, installation, phone number down here, 24-hour comes off. Okay, so let's get into it. Here's the front. Nothing special. You know, you got your guard, your two seats. I bought me this from Walmart to put my books and stuff in, all my books and my catalogs, and I even keep a trash can there for me to put trash in. I even keep my H10 leak detector right in here, and my trash can. That's pretty much it for the for the front. I mean, it's nothing special. Y'all have all seen the front of a truck. So okay, now we get into the truck. Coming through the side door, you've got the vacuum pump, of course, my Makita drills that I keep right there with all the bits and stuff. Got my service tool bag. That's where the most common stuff stays, a 10-in-1 screwdriver, nut driver, meter, amp clamp, temperature gun, and right here is the mega ohm meter. I keep a thing of zip ties in here, and this I stole that idea from Zach, but I use them. I like them. They come in handy. I leave those in here, and this here just has Stay-Cons, terminals, screws, fuses, just stuff you would need on a regular basis. Right here in this bag is where I just keep stuff I don't use very often. I mean, my fan blade pullers in there. I've got T-handle screw, Allen wrenches. Just stuff that I don't use every single day of the week. There's the Testo 550 and the S-Band. This tray here, it pretty much stays empty. I mean, like my Gallo gun and stuff is just laying in there right now. But like if I go on a job and I go diagnose a unit, and let's say I find a condenser fan motor out. Well, I know I'm going to need my pooler and my orange spray and blah, 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 blah. So I'll just take and throw all that in this tray and carry it over there. That's what that tray is for. This box here is just full of tools to install. My snips and everything are in there. The lighting is still not good. It's full of tools to install. Back there you've got two 50-pound recovery cylinders. The closest one is 410A. The one in the back there is R22. There's my torch kit. I keep my solder in PVC with a cap. I've got a blanket, a soldering blanket, so I don't burn stuff. In here I keep a sandpaper, I got a striker, a mirror, all that good stuff. I keep an ice chest on the truck, especially this time of the year. You know, it gets hot, you need to stay hydrated, so I keep an ice chest in the truck. That bag right there has all the vacuum stuff. It has my 1/2-inch Appion hoses, the core removers, the micron gauge, all the stuff you need to pump a vacuum. And I got a little, I guess a 2-foot ladder. It's real small, just so, you know, if I want to go change a filter, you know, in a ceiling or something, I don't have to take the big boys off the truck if I can get away with that one. And if we climb in here, all right, you'll start getting in. And see, my truck may not look like I have a lot of stuff on here, but actually I do. But I keep everything in these coat crates. The store down the road, the Shell station, they don't care. You know, they've always told me, oh yeah, just take all the coat crates you want. We don't care. So basically what you got is, this coat crate is nothing but dual run / 7.5 run capacitors. I don't have a lot of them because, I mean, you don't see them a lot around here, but we have a really big Lennox dealer in town, and Lennox is famous for that. And some of those old Yorks my dad has out there are really famous for that. This crate, as you can see, is full. I mean, it's so full I can't even fit no more. I'm having to put them right here on the edge of the shelf. These are going to be your dual run caps that are /5, okay? And there you go. I've even got a Turbo 200 in there that I keep, you know, just in case. So that sucker is full. And then these two I got, they don't fit in there because it's so full, so I just stick them right there. Okay, you move down, you go to another coat crate. I've got contactors. These are all these small boxes are contactors. These two boxes are multi-volt transformers. You can see there, it's just some multi-volt transformers. And I've got thermostats, and I am a Honeywell kind of guy, as you can tell. There is a Focus Pro 5000 I keep on here. I've got a well, not a Focus Pro, just a Pro 3000, and a Pro 3000 heat pump. And this is a 3-pole contactor. I usually keep 1 or 2 of those on here. The next crate is got 2 hard starts in it. It's got a 4 to 5 ton 521 hard start and a 1 2 to 3 ton 521 hard start. I keep a liquid dryer, a 163S, that's a one-way dryer, and of course a BF 163S, which is by flow 16 cubic inch 3/3/8 S sweat. Very simple. This here is very handy. I haven't had to use it yet, but if I don't keep it on the truck, it's going to end up biting me on a weekend. It's a Rheem fan motor adapter kit. Basically, if you don't have a motor on the truck with the little 1/4-inch screws on the side, which I do, but if something would happen, this kit will let you put any motor on a Rheem or a Rude unit. And then down here we've got a set of lugs, thermal lugs to redo compressor lugs if need be. So, that's pretty much it. Let me put that back in there. Alright, and as we move down to the bottom down here, I got all these containers that I got at Walmart. This one, as you can see, it has fuses in it. Just a bunch of fuses, you know. A bunch of fuses in there. This one is just miscellaneous parts. And like, what I mean by that is, like this thing here is to wrap a bulb on a TXV. Never know when you're going to need that. Got a light switch in here. Another TXV wrapping, bulb wrapping thing. Y'all do not know how many times this pressure switch has saved my butt on a weekend. I have put this pressure switch on so many gas furnaces, and then on a Saturday, and then went back Monday and got the right one, and then took this one back off. That thing has saved my butt a lot, so it stays right here. That's a good thing to have. And you know what? It's not always the right size, but it'll get somebody out of a bind until you can get there, until you can get the original part. This bucket here is got wire in it, and what it is just a bunch of wire that I've accumulated, you know, to redo connections and stuff like that. You know, stuff, and that's it. This one here is single run caps, 5 microfarads all the way up to 20. So there it is. You know, you got a 10, 7.5, 5, you know, just various single run caps. So, and then the last one is relays. And another thing I keep on the truck, because there is a lot of Rude and Ream equipment out here, I keep the, I don't know about the rest of y'all around the country, but ProTech is our Ream and Rude parts. And it's sequencers that are made to mount in Rude and Ream units. You can see the screw holes are in the back, because it 90s up in the back there, versus just a standard sequencer where, nope, see, that's a Rude one too. See how they mount in the back? Let me find a regular one. There's a regular one. See how it mounts on the foot? You cannot put this on a Rude. You can, but you will not be able to shut the door. So I keep a couple of those Rude ones just for that purpose. And there's the very famous Rude one, the triple stack. The rest of the stuff in here is, you know, sequencers, more sequencers, a couple, limit switches, and you've got, right here, you got your 6-pin relay. Usually I do like Zach, I get rid of the Goodman blower relay, and I put this on there, and then I've got a double pole, double throw, another double pole, double throw, another 6-pin standard relay, just all kind of relays in here. So that's what's in there. And down here at the bottom, that's a DeWalt Sawzall. That is a Makita camera, a scope camera. There's my field piece wireless scale. And if you make your way this way to the back of the van, there's a shovel. I keep a shovel for leveling, you know, pads and stuff. This is all my cans. Being, well, this is supposed to be hanging over here. That's why I ain't got no room. It's got all my cans in here. Like, evaporator foam spray. Pan spray to get you out of a bind. WD-40, I'm not a very big WD-40 fan. I like this stuff right here, Aerocrawl. Glue, pipe dope, all that kind of stuff. Zoom spout, all that. In here, we have another container that has the field piece SRH2 in it, target superheat tool, and the Mayline manometer with the hoses. That's in there, and that stays up there. Hold on a second, guys. But the Coke crates are just wonderful. I mean, they keep everything nice and tight. We have another case here. This one's bigger than all the other ones. It's deeper. I had to have it for my Zebra Stat. My Zebra Stat and my universal zebra. And there's all the other adapters to the universal zebra. Okay, let's let me get that closed up and then we'll move on. In this coat crate has all the tapes. Silver tape, duct tape, foam tape to wrap up an expansion valve. Got a squeegee in here. And this stuff here is really smooth. Like if you're pushing a line set, it's good to wrap this around the once you get your line set insulated, you wrap this silver tape right here all around the rubber tech. Makes it very, very smooth and makes it really easy to push a line set. So that's why I have that, you know, in an existing home. This coat crate here has all the screws in it. I've got an anchor kit. Let me see if I can get this. Here we go. Got an anchor kit, 1/2-inch screws, 3/4-inch screws, some black sheetrock screws, more 1/2-inch screws, 2-inch screws, some plumbing strap or hanging strap, whatever you want to call it. I call it plumbing strap. And that's pretty much it for that one. Alright, now as we get to the bottom here, these are my motors. We've got a Gentech 6 horsepower, 825. Now, normally I don't carry that, but I don't remember why. I don't even remember why I even have that motor, but it's here, so it's until I can sell it, it's going to stay there. Let's see what we got here. Right here we have a Century, which is A.O. Smith. For those of you that are unaware, A.O. Smith sold out to Century. They're now called Century Motors, but it's the same motor. It's a multi-horsepower, 115-volt, 4-speed blower motor. Right here we have a Good Parts motor. Basically what this is, that is a Mars motor. Once you open up that box and put the motor in your hand, it says Mars. It's a Mars motor. This is a 4-speed multi-horsepower 208 230-volt blower motor. And these right here are my favorite motors. You see A.O. Smith, and then that one's Century, but it's the same looking logo. A.O. Smith 4-in-1 208 230-volt 1075 RPM condenser fan motor. And this one right here, so you can see this is a 4-in-1 825 RPM condenser fan motor, but you can see it's got the same logos. It's just they changed their name from A.O. Smith to Century, but it's the same motor. So that's for my motors. Down here, this is where I keep like my PVC traps, and I'm almost out of them. I need to get some more. I ain't got any left. And I keep I've got a dresser coupling down here, just a couple of oddball things. There's a P-trap, 2 P-traps in there. That one there, this Blue Hawk one, is where I keep all my PVC fittings, and there's my PVC cutters in there. So, and let's see. This other blue container right here is where I keep all my copper fittings. Even though I don't use a whole lot of those no more, because then, you know, speaking of that's one thing. Well, we'll get there in a minute. I don't use a whole lot of copper fittings anymore, but sometimes there is a tight bend that you can't make with the bender, but it's not too often that I can't make my bends. Anyway, you come up to the top here. We've got a bag of Panduit straps for flex, a roll of, what is this? 18/8, I believe. Yeah, 18/8 wire, which is 18 gauge, 8 conductors. This is a roll of 18/2, which is 18 gauge, 2 conductors. This is the Yellow Jacket expander, and right here is the Yellow Jacket bender. And then back here, I've got a shop vac that I keep, and water hose, rubber tech, Right here is a little case with just breakers, you know, some breakers and stuff, you know, just more oddball stuff. I've got a spare nitrogen regulator that's kind of broken, but it'll get me by if my other one messes up. You open up the oh, and one thing I wanted to mention about this van is right here, that's metal. The framing is metal, but these shelves is like plastic. So it's pretty cool. These drawers are plastic too. There's not much in this drawer. A couple paintbrushes for mastic. And here's a case that I keep some screws, and I got a shitload of orifices or pistons, whatever you want to call them, and stuff like that. Down in here, I've got an old thermostat that I took off of somebody's house that was still good. They just wanted to change it for some reason. I've got a couple boards. I usually don't carry boards on the truck, but this one here is a Yark board for the very common Yark air handlers out there today. An acid test kit. This is the very famous Goodman blower relay board. There's another one of those down there. Here is some acid away stuff for a burnout. There's a delay on brake timer. I usually don't use those either if I don't have to, but I got it on here, so I'll just leave it. Here's I don't know if y'all can read that, Goodman and Amana AEPF air handler variable speed blower board. So that's on. I had that laying around, so I put it on here, and so it stays on here. Let's see what else. You got two more drawers over here. This one's kind of empty. It's just got some nails in it in case I would need. A couple thermocouples for furnaces, old style furnaces, or a water heater. If my dad gets a water heater call and he's real busy and can't catch it, I'll go check it for him, because I do know how to work on water heaters. Bunch of wire nuts in here. Got some yellows, big blues, little blues, oranges, and then a little variety pack right here that's got red, blue, orange, and yellow. So let's see. Oh, well, let me climb out the back right here, and I'll show you all the rest of it in the back here. That right there, I took that out so I could show y'all the van. It's a 2-foot return air plenum for a change out we're doing in the morning. 15 SEER Amana with a variable speed air handler. The customer, he requested a variable speed fan, but not a 2-stage outdoor unit. So with a Goodman and Amana, you can do that. You can do a 15 SEER condenser with a variable speed blower, and it'll work just fine. So here's the back of the van. Let's start here. We got the Appion G5 recovery machine. To me, that's the best one out there. We've got a cylinder of R22, jug of 410A, extra oxygen, extra acetylene, some copper, you know, to make up pieces on the job and the change out. Right here, we've got 2 nitrogen cylinders. Fritz, I'll give you a shout out right now, buddy. When I seen what you did with those 2 pieces of pipe, I thought that was the greatest thing in the world what you did. So I stole your idea, although mine are in a different spot in my truck, but it worked out just fine. I bolted it to the casing just like you did, and it worked great. This is the greatest thing I've ever did. So, and I can actually leave my regulator on there, and it doesn't hurt a thing. So we got 2 nitrogens, extension cord, drop light, heat sink hanging, soap bubbles hanging. Oh yeah, I forgot to show y'all this compartment. Right here we've got the coil gun is in there, coil cleaner, and a couple jugs of Clorox to clear out drains. And a lot of people have asked me what kind of coil cleaner I use, so here's the answer. I use New Calgon New Bright, the blue. To me, that's some good stuff, and it works good. So that's what I use. And like I said, I got 2 jugs of Clorox back there for pouring down the drain to, you know, help eat up some of that algae buildup. And there's another jug of R22, a spare jug. Goodman had a sale the other day, so I bought a jug. So, and then of course, you know, y'all have all seen this before, but I'll show it to y'all. An extension ladder. I'm not sure how long it is, to be honest with you. I'll put it to you like this. Extension ladders are not my best friend. I've never stretched it out all the way. I don't do a whole lot of commercial work anyway. I do have a couple commercial accounts, but I think all of them but one have a roof hatch, and I don't have to take the ladder off the truck. The ladder on top, the blue one, is a 6-footer. The lower one, the green one, is an 8-footer. And that's it. So, I hope y'all enjoyed the tour. If I missed something, let me know. Got any questions? Feel free to ask. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks, guys.